We're here at, well, again, this is Central City Comics, obviously, and we're here with the two owners and organizers of the Day of Geekdom today, and we're gonna ask them a few questions just about the store and about how they got all this going. So anyway, let's get into it. You know the questions. So anyway, I'm going to ask you both together. You're obviously going to answer in whatever order you feel like answering it. It's fine. How did you guys get started with the comic book, opening a comic book store?
Well, it's just something we've kind of always wanted. We had our introduction. I mean, we've always been fans. I mean, from the movies to the comic books.
Yeah.
I'm a comic book guy. He's more a figurine guy.
Okay.
And we kind of got into the geek scene in South Africa by launching a handful of zombie survival books.
Yeah.
So we were
I
at Geek,
remember those.
we
Yeah.
were at Geek Fest. We were at Icon. We were at the little mini cons and stuff like that. And we were exposed to that world and saw the community and introduced all the people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it just made sense. He just called me one day and said, "Let's open up a comic book store."
So it was sort of a team effort.
It was just that simple.
Just happened one
day. I couldn't argue with the logic. So we decided, let's do this. And
Okay.
it came from a place of being and going to various comic book stores and conventions, saying, if I were in charge, I would do the following.
Yes.
So it's kind of like all that opinion and what we would do, and we just kind of decided, let's package it together and do our own thing.
Oh, that's really
I
awesome.
still can't remember. I remember the actual day. I still remember where I was. I was standing in the garage. For some reason I was thinking to myself that morning. I don't know why it came up, but I think we had gone to one of the comic book shops that actually it's closed now at the moment, and I think maybe I'd had a bad experience there or something like that, and it just kept on going, in my mind. I kept on repeating it, and then I just said to myself, why not? We had the exposure, like we said, to the geek community, and we both were coming at it from different angles. Both of us were pop culture fans. Him more the comic book side, me more the figurine side. So we were definitely fans first and foremost, and we just thought, what would happen if we took our love of it and how we wish it could be and materialized?
I think there's definitely a gap in the market to offer something that isn't quite as intense as hardcore comic book stores, but somewhere that offers everyone a location to come and experience pop culture and geekdom and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it comes from a place of trying to kind of unite the community, and I know you've got the big festivals, but no one wants to wait till June every year for Icon or for May every year for Geek Fest. Where's somewhere you can go every week and just kind of chill out, hang out, and just be a geek and meet like-minded people.
Yeah. So how often do you hold the Day of Geekdom, if I may ask?
Well, we're quite new. We only opened the store in March this year, so this is our very first welcome to geekdom.
Okay.
So far so good, and we're hoping that from there we can tailor it and see what the interest and where the interests lie, and from there go on and do other things, explore other avenues. The next one might not be exactly the same. It might be a totally different thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We just have to see and what people want.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
It's not about what we want; it's what people want.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing with Welcome to Geekdom, and I think it's almost like it's exactly the kind of event we've wanted to put on, because it's all about, not everyone is as hardcore as I know very little about comics, and like if I go to a movie with Lee and say, well, the artist originally did it this way, or the title sequence will come in and he'll say the artist drew that, and I'll go, look, all I know is that Tony Stark is rich and he has Gwyneth Paltrow as a girlfriend, and Pepper Potts and the rest of it, and there's a lot of those people, and we didn't want to be those. It's almost like when you walk into, I don't know, I suppose the best example is you walk into like a crystal shop. You don't want to touch anything or look as if you're not supposed to be there or anything. And that's how a lot of comic book shops are.
It's intimidating. I mean, we've had it before where you almost get quizzed before you buy a comic book. You shouldn't be reading this unless you know the 60-year history. It shouldn't matter.
That should never matter.
If you want to buy a T-shirt or a wallet or a comic book because you just like the movie, you should be able to.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't be judged. So
yeah, I completely agree. I mean, for example, myself, I pulled away from comics a long time ago. I actually stopped reading comics for a long time, and I focused more on the gaming side of things and figurines and doing that kind of stuff. So for me, being a geek is not exactly the same as everyone else's, but no geek is ever the same.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm more of a Star Trek person, as you know. I'm a Trekkie, so I like my Next Generations and my Voyagers and all that stuff. And I like watching that kind of stuff. Comic books were my thing back when I was a kid, but I I stopped reading it because it's just like everyone was always quizzing me on things, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not like that. So I still read my comics, but I just leave it at that.
Not everything has to be a debate. You can like things just because you like it. You don't have to justify it every time.
Yeah, exactly. And that was what it was like with movies.
Yeah, and we want it to be like that. We want to be a comfortable setting. We want to explore new avenues. We want to be a conduit for the local guys as well. We stock local products. We support local authors.
Yes, I see
we want to be able to host local events.
Yeah.
Not for our own well-being, but just to give the exposure there. I mean, it's growing, and more and more people want to get involved, but they just don't know where to start.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree completely.
We were there once as well. We were there also. I mean, I think as well. Like, it's always nice to be not given a break, but like, if people just meet you halfway. Like when we were starting out with the books and things like that, and you'd meet people that were like, you know what, it's not that much more effort for me. Let me see if I can throw you a line.
Yeah.
We want to be those kind of guys where it's not like, you've done something creative and you want to share it with someone, but you don't know where to go.
Yeah.
We want it to be that kind of place. Like our partner said, with Sinbin, and they're our first official foray into other manufacturers and people who are going to supply us and things like that.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple of things in the pipeline.
Look, there's a lot of talented people out there with good ideas and good products. They just don't have the platform.
Yeah.
And if we can offer that platform, everyone wins.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a brilliant thing. I mean, that's what I like to see in the comic book, especially the comic book stores like yours, where you actually are trying to welcome anyone and everyone to actually join in with the geek culture, because it's not just us. It's not just.
Do you guys fight over the parking names?
Yes, do you fight over the parking names?
He'll park whichever one's closest to the door.
That's right, I'm lazy. I'd love to say it's me being, I want to be Bruce Wayne, but it's not going to be like that.
With me, it's my kids decide. So when I pull in, it'll be, okay, who do you want? Where must you park today? So, Tony Stark or Reed Richards or whatever. So I've got two boys, so they decide. But we just wanted to add those personal touches. I mean, we're very happy that people are impressed with what we've done, but we've only scratched the surface. I mean, we're our biggest critics, and it is good, but it's not where we want to be yet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much more we want to be able to give back.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's about just doing the exposure.
Yeah.
And getting everyone. Look, we're in the golden age of superhero stuff at the moment. Fantasy. Yeah. I mean, everyone knows now who Tony Stark is. Everyone knows who Wade Wilson is, because 10 years ago those were obscure characters.
Yeah, exactly.
And it only benefits everyone if those things remain popular for as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean, geek has become popular. The geek, as they say in what's it called, the IT crowd, geek shit.
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, the fact that most of us actually wear glasses because we need them. Some people wear them because it's a fashion statement now.
When I grew up, there were no comic book stores.
Yeah.
I had to go to the CNA and wait for the summer sales and pour
me too.
through the bin. I had to
Me
go to
too.
the local cafe and sit and peel the price stickers off and hope I didn't damage the comic.
Yes, and that was the worst.
There was no internet, so you'd walk by the movies and suddenly there's the Batman poster, and
you're like, oh, Batman's coming out.
Yeah. And it's if we can just we can just help and spread it around a little bit more.
Yes, of course.
That's what we want to and bring some new fans on.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to be very child friendly. Like I said, I've got two boys. Steven's got a number of nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were going to say Steven's got a number of illegitimate children.
Too. We didn't want to say that, but
we want to say that, but it might be true.
Yeah, we don't want to be one of those stores where kids need to keep quiet and not touch.
Yeah, we want to actually let them get hold of things.
Come have some fun.
Yeah,
I know what it's like to have kids running around. So.
Yes, I agree. So with the store's layout here, you guys have obviously just moved in here, recently I'm gathering, because it looks pretty fresh.
1st of March we opened,
Yeah, it looks pretty fresh and it looks pretty brand new. I do like it. It's got a nice feel to it. So if you had to move, are you going to move out of this area, or are you going to stay within the Sandton area?
The whole idea is we wanted to bridge the gap. There's some great stores out there, but you've got to travel a good 30-40 minutes to get there.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, and there was an endless debate. Do we be in a shopping mall? Do we want the foot traffic? Do we become a destination location? And it was very important for us to have a place that when you walk in, you go, wow, this is cool.
Yes.
And that's what we're going for. We want it to be where we're open till 6:30 in the evening because we want people to drop by on their way from work.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to say hello, have a cup of coffee on your way home, and just come see what's new. You don't have to buy something. We just want to be that place where people want to come and just hang out.
Yeah.
And space was a concern of ours. I think that when we were putting the board together, the aesthetic was the most important thing. I mean, obviously we wouldn't have, we didn't want to be in the middle of absolute nowhere. So we wanted to strike the balance between, okay, where can we put our vision, where can we express it the best, and still have a little bit of a, I mean, even though we're not in, let's say, a Rosebank or a Hyde Park or that kind of thing, we kind of still on a main avenue. We're still in a kind of a metropolis area close to city centres and things like that.
He's making us sound smarter than we are. It's like we planned this, but we're actually very lucky in the sense that where we are now, we're just off the N3, we're just off the M1, the car train's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wish I could say that was the plan.
There was digital mapping, we took pictures from space.
So it's not too far. If you live in Santon side, we're just down the road. If you live in the Edenvale side, we're just down the road.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Victoria crowd won't mind coming down the highway.
I know the Midrand crowd will be very happy to come here.
Midrand was an option for a long time. We were thinking, but I think it was just taking us a little too far north.
Well, look, to be honest, it's awesome to have you guys as close as you are because we're literally just up the road. I mean, we live up there in Lombardy, so for us it's easy to get in and out of the area. And we've been waiting for a comic book store and a store like this where you guys supply not just comics but everything else as well. And we've been, I don't constantly want to travel to Randburg and whatnot. So it's nice to see, and I'm sure a lot of our fans that are in this area would love to actually come around here rather than have to travel all the way to Randburg or wherever else the other comic book stores are.
Our plan is to be a lot more events based, to keep having days like this.
Yes.
We want to obviously explore the whole idea of when movies come out, do kind of like fan tribute days.
Yeah.
We've got something big planned for the end of the year with regards to Star Wars, which we're very excited about. I'm not going to mention too much now.
I don't have to.
And like Stephen said, we're planning to kind of reach out into more the school area with promoting literacy and that kind of stuff. So
that's very important.
We've got some big announcements coming in the next few weeks, so we're very excited about it.
That's awesome.
It's nice, like I said, to have this platform because how often have we sat in I'll show how unhealthy we sit in McDonald's saying, this would be cool.
Wouldn't it be cool if?
Now we don't need to do that anymore.
So now you can actually do that.
And we'll be very fortunate. We've partnered with some people that share our vision, that have the same ideas, that support us, and like yourself, want to be part of it, and want to, take it to the next level.
Yes, it's awesome. No, it really is. It's great. It's nice to actually see that you guys are doing that. Your favorite band?
Pearl Jam.
Your favorite band?
Britney Spears.
That's not a band.
It is to me. I've got to be honest. I'd love to say something really like, grungy and edgy, like Nirvana or something like that. But so the closest to bands that I like would probably be the old school punk stuff like Blink-182. I know that's not that old school, but
it's old school enough.
Offspring. That period where there was like that whole Canadian rock thing with Sum 41 and Simple Plan and all those sort of things. Sorry?
It was the Summer of Love?
Summer of Love. And,
we met on student radio, so a lot of that music was a soundtrack to
that period. And then, just basically stuff like that. But I'm more of a pop fan.
Okay, so you're more of a pop fan.
I do have a tiny poster of Michael Jackson somewhere in my cupboard.
Okay.
I take it out every once in a while, dance with it, that kind of thing.
Alright. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for interviewing with us.
Thank you so much.
Oh wait, hang on. Oh yes. So what do you guys want to get out of the Welcome to Geekdom Day? How do you feel about the event? I mean, well, I don't say how do you feel. I say what do you want to get out of?
We want to expose geekdom to the general public.
Yes. Okay.
We want to introduce new experiences to people. I mean, I was chatting to two gentlemen earlier that, like I said earlier, had exactly the same experience. They wanted to get into gaming, but they were super intimidated. They felt like there was no in for them. And after having a chat to them and telling them exactly what this was about, they were ready to actually leave with their bags. I said to them, they're doing a demonstration. I think they're still playing now.
Yeah.
So what came in is kind of like, okay, we'll pick a couple of this and, eyes will dart around. They've actually found a new home. They've found something new.
That's
and hopefully they'll be back.
Yeah.
It's obviously we need to make a living and stuff like that, but if you get enjoyment out of something that can grow into something more than a hobby, then
It's perfect,
we've
yeah.
done our job.
So if I mean, not that we were hard done by in any way, but almost like when I was first starting to collect figurines, very, very right back, it was 2003. If someone had just said, hey, can I show you something? Or, like, there's this game we have out now and whatever it is, where guys that work here say, can we show you how this game works, Star Wars Destiny? I'm like, wow, this is really easy to get into and it's quite fun. I can't believe no one took the time to show me.
Thank you so much for having this interview with us. Thank you very much for inviting us to actually experience this day of
Anytime.
geekdom
Thank you
for
so
guys.
much for your time.
It gives us a lot of pleasure knowing that there are people out there trying to push geekdom out for the rest of the world to see that we actually are normal people and we're not as like basement dweller as they think we are. So again, guys, thank you so much. Lee, appreciate it. Stephen, appreciate it.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot.
much.
Guys, we're going to leave all the links, everything below. Remember, you got to come have a visit here. Check it out. If you're not a geek, full-on geek just yet, come in. The guys are willing to show you what's going on, and you'll get the ins and outs of it. So yeah, we'll leave all the links the links below, addresses, everything like that, and we'll hope to see you soon. Enjoy.